guys, welcome to a Train Sim World 2 rolling stock showcase. I thought I'd bring back this format. I don't know whether people actually liked it, but I brought it back anyway because I just wanted to do something. And as you can probably tell from my voice, I am not British Railways Locos, I am Dumotron. And this is my first solo video for this channel. So the two trains here are class 47s. One is the older two-tone green one from West Somerset Railway, and the other is the much grimier Northern Trans-Pennine version, which is in blue. So let's start off with the British Rail green version. As you can tell, it has got the headcode box, and going inside there are quite a few differences to the Northern Trans-Pennine version. Most of all is the layout of the cab. Lots of buttons and switches are in different places. It's similar, but it's different. I don't know if that's because they're different subclasses or because of refurbishments. Somebody who knows more about 47s can probably tell me more about that. But anyway, if we see on the driver's seat, we see headlight switch, tail light switch, desk light switch, and the headcode box light switch. So you'll see here the headcode box lights up. Now in the past the headcodes would show the headcodes of the train, but that was phased out later on, hence why over here you can see where the headcode box was, but now it's just the domino marker lights indicators. Although strangely there's no headlight, and I don't know if that's because of this particular version of class 47 or because it just wasn't applicable. And finally you get round the back these two little tail lights, which are cute. And as you can see, they are the same place on this one. The textures in the cab are quite clean, let's say. I mean, there are a few chips and scuffs here and there, but generally it's quite a clean cab, which was greatly improved on the Northern Trans-Pennine version. Now this train is completely filthy, as was the case with lots of British Rail trains. The sounds have been radically changed from the West Somerset version, which is generally quite good, but they're still not perfect. Now I can't actually drive this one because it's an AI service, it's a scenario planner, but we've got the tail lights. Now you can only have one on at the same time from what I can see, which is quite strange. You've got the desk lights, which are as expected, and I believe somewhere there is a dimmer, but I don't know where it is. Oh, I might find it in a second and look stupid. You've got your marker lights, and there is where your headlights would be, but it's not actually there. And then you've got the train heat button. I don't know whether that's on the West Somerset one, but if we're passenger coaches, they'll provide lighting and heating to the train. But yeah, we can turn that off because we don't have any coaches, just vans. And we can go back to West Somerset one, and there's a train heat indicator, but seemingly no button to turn it on. So staying here, we've got the AWS lever, which the master key in probably should give you AWS, unless there's another switch. Oh, there it is. Unisolated on. Oh, there you are. You get the horribly looping AWS sound. Activate that. No ring when you activate the when you cancel the self-test sequence, which I don't know whether that's realistic or not, but it's worth noting. You've got the two cab lights. It gets pretty bright with both of them on. With just one on, it's quite warm. Then you've got your DSD lever, but I'm going to keep that off because DSD will be very annoying. You've got the different brake modes. You've got the 2 vacuums and the 2 air brakes. And you've got your battery isolation switch, which I've got to keep on, he says, turning it off and on again. Now there used to be a glitch with this version, with the brakes, which meant that you couldn't use the Mark II coaches from Northern Transpennine with the stock on, for example, rail tour runs on other routes. I don't know whether that's been fixed yet, probably hasn't, but I don't really care, so I don't really care anymore because this just isn't that good of a 47 model compared to the beautiful-ish Northern Transpennine one. Now this did have its own glitch, on the PlayStation 4 at least, and that was the physics being completely broken in service mode. So there was basically no power, you could barely go up a hill, and it was rubbish. I don't know whether it's been completely fixed yet. It seems to have been fixed at least a little, but I can't say for certain that it's completely 100% fixed and as intended. But like before, you've got the isolation switch, cab changeover, and listen, it's not looping. I'm going to keep that off for now because the AI doesn't know how to use it. And again, you've got your DSD, but I'll keep that off. Again, different types of brakes. Annoyingly, there's no click when you move the handle, move the dial, should I say? I don't know. Which I think, yeah, you got a nice satisfying click when you moved it around. But anyway, that doesn't matter. This is pretty much a universal upgrade over the original. The texturing is better, the physics generally are better. I think for a while this had no wheel slip whatsoever. If you put it on full power, it wouldn't wheel spin at all, it would just go, which wasn't very realistic. And this is a very different beast. This will wheel slip, and it sounds a lot better. Generally, it's not perfect, but it's better. So talking about sounds, let's try the horn. I can't do it outside. Okay. And then if we go to the West Somerset one, you can hear it has a much worse horn. I don't know whether it's more realistic or not, but it definitely sounds weaker, and I suspect that a train from its era would have quite a meaty horn. But the one of the West Somerset one is melodic almost. Funny it has an antenna. I don't know why it's there. It's got the number 47 on the dash 447. So I am going to have a quick run in the West Somerset one, which is my train for today, down to the next stop, which is Dunster. There's a parking brake in both, which I'm not sure why you'd want to turn it on yourself, except for if the scenario tells you to. But anyway, let's sit in the seat. Make sure it's forward. Brakes off. Going to use the straight brake for today. I think everything's ready. Actually, yeah, I'll try the physics again. Yeah, see, no wheel slip at all. Absolutely nothing. Because this is trains and road, we obviously get the horrible cutting and looping of the horn. It's not as bad as on some other trains, but it is still pretty poor. One thing I've noted, you can't actually move the blinds, and you can't manually move the windscreen wipers. I don't know if you can do that on the other one, but it's just something worth noting. You've got your emergency brake switch here. And you've got your fire alarm test switch, which doesn't actually work, and I believe it does on the Northern Trans-Pennine one. You've got your radio, I don't know whether this is cab secure radio or something like that. And you've got your contact signaller button, which I believe is a new addition. I'm not sure whether the Northern Trans-Pennine one has that, but it is a nice feature. I was especially pleased on the 52 when I realised it had it. I'm slightly speeding. There we are. Wipers. Put them into run. And they run. Obviously, you're going to have to time them if you're OCD. And of course, because I know there are going to be people who are going to watch this and they're going to hate me for doing this, I'm going to leave them on like this because I hate you. I'm joking, of course. I just think it's funny now, guys. I'm going to turn it off. You've got the run setting, which keeps it on. It's just the usual setting. But I don't think you can change the speed, which I think you would be able to in real life. Then you've got park, which puts it into its resting position. Then you've got off, which stops it, so you can skip through and leave it in a random position, or you can do what you meant to, put it into park and then off. Park and then off. I'd also like to compliment the work the preservation crew have done to the West Somerset Railway, which is really spectacular. It's almost like a new route. You've got a brand new-ish timetable. You've got automatic level crossings, but not in the scenario planner. Yeah, see, it's closed. You've got Class 101 now, which you can drive on route, which is quite interesting. You've got a lot more AI, just scenery lying around. Obviously, this is a custom scenario. Scenario is used quite loosely, so we've got none of that. But anyway, it's nice. And here we are at Dunster. That was very unsafe of me to do. Lovely poster. And I'll get a parting shot for the end of the video. Parting shot, I don't know whether that's the right term, but I use it anyway. So there we are. The West Somerset Class 47 is worse than the Northern Trans-Pennine version, so naturally that's why I drove it. I don't know why I've driven it, but hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give me feedback for the videos. I'll be asking British Railways locos for feedback, because he doesn't want to do this series, but I do. So, see you soon. Goodbye.